All right, everybody, I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is Sheep Guarding Llama. It is the 21st of October, 2020. It's Wednesday. Welcome to the show. And let's see, today was pretty good. Got up, had a pretty busy morning. Dominic and I wanted to go for a walk first thing, and we're not able to until nearly 11:30. She ended up with, sometimes I would get a moment free, and then she'd be like, oh, I got to feed the kids. And then she would get free, and I'd be like, oh, I got a call I've got to take. And it just went back and forth until finally at 11:30 we were able to go for a little bit of a walk. Did just over 2 miles, did not take the dogs. Just couldn't handle trying to get the dogs out with us as well as everything else. But did manage to go out ourselves, did a little bit over 2 miles, which is good because she hasn't walked since last week. I had to take a couple days off just because I got busy and wasn't able to get out. And needed my feet did need a little bit of a break from doing it that much, so I did enjoy that. But back to it today. And that was nice, and we did a good pace, and she didn't have to take a break or anything. I should note, this is mostly for my father, but I did note yesterday because I have a watch that measures my heart rate, my resting heart rate has actually dropped to 55, which is considered, according to everything I've read, to be below healthy and into athlete territory. Basically 40 to 60 is where they expect athletes. 60 to 100 is the range of healthy, and then 100 plus is not a good idea. But obviously you want to be pretty close to 60, and actually a little bit lower is good. So I'm well into a great range, and it's consistently 55 when I'm truly relaxed, and 64 when I'm pretty relaxed but not quite as much. So it's a really good range, and once in a while 68. But pretty much when I'm resting, it is low. So that was really nice to figure out, because I'm always worried that it's really high, and I often get, as my father knows what it's like, I often get like muscle kind of spasms a little bit in like my heart area, and it feels like a fast heartbeat, and it's not. I'm pretty sure it's my throat just kind of pulsating, and it doesn't hurt or anything, but it does make me feel like my heart is racing or has an arrhythmia, and it kind of causes a panic of like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? And it's not even my heart at all. It's really nice having the heart monitor that says, it's not your heart, dude, it's fine. So got back from the walk, had a pretty busy day, worked all day, and was able to hang out a little tiny itty bit this evening, but not very much. We finished up an episode of Star Trek we were watching. Liesl did not feel like watching anything tonight. She's done a bit of Wizards of Waverly Place with us over the past week or two, and she was ready for it. She was like, I did want to do it tonight, but then I got into something and I just want to do my own thing. Like, that's cool. And Chana set up at the bar with the old Steam laptop, and has been playing Staxel, which she has not played in forever, and suddenly she's really into it. There was a major update this week, and it kind of reminded her. So she got the notice of the update and was like, I want to play that. And so she set it all up and started over and is really enjoying it and trying to get her cousins into it so they'll play with her and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But it's always great when she discovers a game we already have and is like really into it. So that's very cool. And so she's been doing that and pretty much did that all evening. I watched a little bit of YouTube and a little bit of Netflix, but ended up working a bit of the evening. And then when it was time to take Clive to bed, Dominica took Clive to bed, and I decided I hadn't had enough of a walk. I hadn't been doing enough of walks. And our dinner tonight had been fish and chips, which is very heavy, and I felt like I really needed to get out. So I went out and walked and did another just over 4 miles on my own. Walked all the way down past the purple line on the Greenway and down into Josie Ranch area. Did some walking around down there and back. So just over 4 miles. And according to my watch, which makes maps of all this stuff now, which is super cool. I love having GPS on my watch because I don't carry a phone. Just my watch, get maps, all kinds of data. My heart rate, I was anaerobic part of the time. Like, it was very happy with my workout. And I burned over 1,200 calories for the day. So by the time, this is great, I weighed in just before dinner, knowing that I was going to have a heavy dinner, so I wanted a good weigh-in late in the day. Ate dinner, went through the evening, and my weigh-in just before dinner was my lowest in a year. And then when I weighed in as I went to bed after my walk, I weighed in an entire pound lighter than before I had fish and chips for dinner. And I even had some chips and dip as a cheat snack later in the evening, which normally I would try to avoid, but they are, as Dominica puts it, my kryptonite. And there were fresh wavy chips, and Clancy's wavy chips even, not the cheap Ruffles stuff, not the Frito-Lay things, but actual local Clancy's with good French onion dip. How can I say no to that? And Paul had some, and then Luciano was going to have some, and it was just too much. I couldn't resist. So I had that. But even with all that, still lost a pound after having eaten all that. So, yay, that was a good night. That is about it for Wednesday. I'm going to wrap up, and I will see everybody tomorrow when I need to get up early, which isn't great because I only get about 6 hours to sleep maximum. But I do have a snuggly Clive waiting for me in my bed, who, as soon as I get into bed, crawls up into this area and puts his head either on top of my head or on my neck or on my shoulder, or crawls underneath my chin. He's so sweet, but he's growing up really fast. We can actually see day to day him getting bigger, and Mia's all excited because Clive is coming back from the vet and she can't wait to see him. And they probably just pulled up front, so she is waiting to go say hello. All right, that's it from here. I'll talk to everybody tomorrow.